What's up, everybody? Ponylover1989 here. The next anime title I'm going to be telling you about is Doraemon. Doraemon is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Fujiko F. Fujio. The manga was first serialized in December 1969 with its 1,345 individual chapters compiled into 45 tankobon volumes, published by Shogakukan from 1970 to 1996. The story revolves around an earless robotic cat named Doraemon who travels back in time to the 22nd century to aid a boy named Nobita Nobi. The manga had spawned a media franchise, 3 anime TV shows that were adapted in 1973 that didn't do so well, and 1979 that was a really big success, and 2005. Additionally, Shin-Ei Animation had produced over 40 anime movies, including 2 3D computer animated movies, all of which were distributed by Toho. Various types of merchandise and media have been developed, including a soundtrack, video games, and musicals. The manga series was licensed for an English language in the US via Amazon Kindle by a collaboration of Fujiko F. Fujio Pro with Voyager Japan Alternative Japan Company Limited. The anime has been licensed by Disney for an English dub release in the US in 2014 and LUK International in Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. Doraemon received critical acclaim and became a hit in many Asian countries. It won numerous awards, including the Japan Cartoonist Association Award in 1973 and 1994, the Shogakukan Manga Award for Children's Manga in 1982, and the Tezuka Osamu Cultural Prize in 1997. As of 2012, it had sold over 170 million copies worldwide, becoming the 6th best manga in its history. Doraemon is also one of the highest grossing media franchises of all time, of which an anime movie series had the highest number of admissions in Japan. The Doraemon character had been viewed as the Japanese cultural icon and was appointed as the first anime ambassador in 2008 by the country's foreign ministry. The series is about Doraemon, a cat robot from the 22nd century that was sent to take care of a boy named Nobita Nobi by Sawashi Nobi, Nobita's future grandson, so that his descendants can get a better life. At present, Nobita is a man who always fails at class and whose company goes bankrupt, causing his family and sons to face financial difficulties. Most stories of Doraemon revolve the young Nobita Nobi, who receives poor grades and is frequently bullied by 2 classmates, Takashi Goda, nicknamed Gian, and Sunio Honekawa, Gian's sidekick. Doraemon had a 4-dimensional pouch in which he stores unexpected gadgets he used to aid Nobita. Doraemon's gadgets help Nobita overcome troubles, and they end up developing a relationship with each other. Nobita's close friend and love interest is Shizuka Minamoto, who eventually became his wife in the future. Gian and Sunio often bully Nobita, but they were often shown as friends in certain episodes, and especially in anime movies. A typical story consists of Nobita taking a gadget from Doraemon for his needy, eventually making problems worse than they initially were. Doraemon was written and illustrated by Fujiko F. Fujio, whose real name is Hiroshi Fujimoto. According to Fujio, it was originally conceived following a series of 3 events. When searching for ideas for a new manga, he wished a machine existed that would come up with the ideas for him. He tripped over his daughter's toy and heard cats fighting in his neighborhood. To set up the plot and characters, he inspired the elements from his earliest manga series Obake no Kyutaro, which involved a ghost Obake living with humans, with the similar formula. Fujio said the idea of Doraemon came after an accumulation of trial and error during which I finally found the pattern or style of manga to which I was almost suited. Initially, the series achieved a little success as Gekika was well known at the time and only became a hit after its adaptation in the anime TV show and multiple feature films. Doraemon is aimed at children, so Fujio chose to create the character with a simple graphic style based on shapes such as circles and ellipses. In addition, blue, the characteristic color for Doraemon, was chosen as the main color in the magazine publications, which used to have a yellow cover and a red title. Set in Tokyo, the manga reflects parts of Japan's society such as the class system and the ideal of Japanese childhood. Problems, if occur, are resolved in a way as not to rely on violence and eroticism, and the stories were also integrated with the concept of environmentalism. During Doraemon's development, Fujio did not express a change in the characters. He said, "When a manga hero becomes a success, the manga suddenly stops being interesting, so the hero has to be like the stripes on a barber's pole. He seems to keep moving upward, but actually he stays in the same place." The name Doraemon can be translated roughly to stray. Unusually, the name Doraemon is written in a mixture of two Japanese scripts, katakana and hiragana. Dora derives from Dora Neko, a stray cat, and a corruption of Nora, stray. White, Emon, in kanji, an old-fashioned suffix for male names, for example, as in Ishikawa Goemon. Nobita's home address is Tsukimidai, the Minview Heights. Rima refers to Fuji Midai, the Fuji View Heights, where Osamu Tezuka's residence and animation studio was based on. The first attempt of the anime series was 1973 by Nippon Animation. After a pilot named Doraemon Mirai Kara Yadekuru, 26 episodes and each 2 segments were broadcasted on Nippon television from April 1st to September 30th of the same year. The series was directed by Mitsuo Kaminashi with a voice cast from AOD Production. The character Doraemon was voiced by Kosei Tomita and then later Masako Nozawa. Later in the series, the animation studio Nippon Telemovie Productions went bankrupt and the masters were sold off or destroyed. The series re-aired in Nippon Television and several local stations until 1979, when Shogakukan requested Toyama Television to cease broadcasting. Some of the segments were found in the archives of Imagica in 1995, and some of the others were recovered by Jun Masami in 2003. As of 2013, 21 and 52 segments have been known to survive, 2 of which without sound. Doraemon remained fairly exclusive in manga form until 1979, when a newly formed animation studio called Shine Animation, now owned by TV Asahi, produced an animated second attempt of Doraemon. The series, directed by Tsutobu Shibayama, aired from TV Asahi from April 2nd, 1979 to March 18, 2005. Eiichi Nakamura served as the director of photography and character designer, while Shunsuke Kikuchi was the composer. Nobuyo Oyama voiced Doraemon in the series. Because of this, in Asia, this version sometimes referred to as the Oyama edition. In total, 1,787 episodes were produced and were released on VHS and DVD by Toho. Celebrating the anniversary of the franchise, a third animated TV show, Doraemon, was also produced by Shine Animation, beginning to air on TV Asahi in April 15, 2005, with new voice actors and staff, and updated character design. The third series is often referred to in Asia as the Mizuda edition, as a tribute to the voice actress Doraemon, Wasabi Mizuda. It was released on DVD in February 10, 2016, under the title New TV Ban Doraemon with Shogakukan Video Seal. On May 12, 2014, TV Asahi Corporation announced an agreement with the Walt Disney Company to bring the 2005 TV series to the Disney XD TV channel in the US, beginning in the summer of that year. Besides using the name changes that were used in Alternative Japan's English adaptation of the original manga, other changes and edits have also been made to make the show more relatable to the US audience, such as Japanese text being replaced with English text on certain objects like signs and graded papers, items such as yen notes being replaced by US dollar bills, and the setting being changed from Japan to the US. Initial response to the edited dub was positive. The Disney adaptation began to broadcast in Japan on Disney Channel on February 1st, 2016. The broadcast offered the choice of the English voice track or newly recorded Japanese track by the cast of 2005 series. In addition, the anime had been aired in over 60 countries worldwide. It premiered in Thailand in 1982, the Philippines in 1999, India in 2005, and Vietnam in 2010. Other Asian countries that broadcast the series include China, Hong Kong, Singapore, Taiwan, Malaysia, Indonesia, and South Korea. The series was licensed by EMEA regions by Luke International. It premiered in Spain in 1993 and France in 2003. It has also been distributed in the South American countries, including Brazil, Colombia, and Chile. In 2017, Pops Worldwide, the Vietnamese multimedia company, collaborated with TV Asahi to release the anime TV show on YouTube and other digital platforms. Doraemon is considered one of the most well-known manga. Doraemon is considered one of the most well-known manga of all time, a true Japanese cultural icon, and an essential part of family life of the Japanese post-war generation. Akihiro Motoyama observed that the mothers who watched the movies when they were children are now taking their children to see them. It was also commercially successful. Over 100 million copies were sold in Japan as of 1996. The 1979 and the 2005 anime series also achieved high ratings on TV. With the film Doraemon, Nobita's Secret Gadget Museum, the anime movie reached 100 million tickets sold at the Japanese box office, surpassing Godzilla as the highest grossing film franchise in Japan. In 2015, it had sold over 103 million tickets and was the largest franchise by the number of admissions in the country. Doraemon was also a hit in Asia in general and was considered one of the typical cases of Japanese soft power. Although it was published without a license in some countries, the anime TV show is available in over 60 countries and reportedly getting high ratings in at least 30 countries. However, Doraemon was less successful in the Western countries because it was viewed as a children-only series and there are some tight restrictions about publishing manga and broadcasting anime series there. As of 2012, it had sold over 170 million copies worldwide. In terms of license for merchandise sales, Doraemon had generated at least $4.244 billion in revenue worldwide, making it one of the highest grossing media franchises of all time. In Vietnam, the manga was initially published in 1992 by Kim Dong Publishing House and was an immediate success. In 1996, Kim Dong Publishing House acquired the copyrights of the manga from Shogakukan. By 2006, a record-breaking 40 million copies had been sold in the country. The 1979 and 2005 anime series had been dubbed in Vietnamese and broadcast in several TV channels without a license into 2000s before moving to HTV3 in 2010 and then released digitally in 2017. Doraemon is now a cultural icon in Vietnam, having featured in many cultural events.